Hello again and welcome to Grade by 1119. This is a show where you get to send me your essays, your Paper 2 Section A continuous writing essays, for those of you who were a little bit confused in my first video, and I will grade them based on SPM 1119 standards together with you on YouTube, so you can see where you are and where you can improve. Now, take a look at this video image right here. It's awesome, isn't it? Very clear and crisp. This is a camera sponsored by Canon, and it's the M200, which I am using as a webcam on my laptop with simply just a USB cable. And it makes me look professional. The video quality is great. Check it out and let me know what you think. Today, we have an essay from SMJK Katholik Petaling Jaya. So this is an untitled essay. The person who sent me this essay did not provide me with a title, but nonetheless, let's get on with it. It had been raining all day. This is a weird comma placement. You should be placing the comma right next to the word. And then this is the space. It had been raining all day. Okay, so that should be a period, right? Full stop. It had been raining all day. I felt, past tense, my friend. See, it had, so I'm going with it. I felt very restless. And this was a good time for me to take a nap in a cold temperature. This is a little bit inappropriate because it's not how people say it. It was a good time for me to take a nap because it was nice and cool. Something more natural like this will be better than in a cold temperature. Try to use language that's a bit more natural, because in a cold temperature it sounds a bit too technical. It's as if you were trying to write a lab report or something like that. So I decided, so you want to use this in front, you got to put a comma there. So I decided to, so the past tense already here, so decided to go to my bedroom and sleep for 2 hours. Where's your full stop? Oh man. Your punctuation is all over the place, buddy. When I woke up, I looked at my watch. Period. Or if you want, you can do a semicolon. It is past tense. It was 7 o'clock. And you don't need that space here. Period here. Okay, this is a problem that can be easily fixed. So make sure that every time you use a punctuation mark, you put the punctuation mark right next to the letter, and then you space after the punctuation. You don't space before the punctuation. I was late for school. And that awful discipline has an E. Teacher would catch me. Okay, this is very Malay or Chinese translation. We don't say catch in English, we say punish. Would punish me if I was late, comma. So I quickly put on my school uniform and went to school. Full stop. When I arrived, I was not awfully late. I was just in time. My friend, comma. This is a name, so you gotta capitalize the first letters. My friend Aseng, comma. Because you put a comma here, you need to put it in the comma here, because my friend is Aseng. Invited me to play badminton nearby his house. I think what you mean is to play badminton, play the game at a place that is near his house. But when you put it like this, my friend Aseng invited me to play badminton nearby his house. He invited you nearby his house. That's what it means. Rather than he invited you to go to a place that's nearby his house to play badminton. So you gotta add something here to make it clearer. My friend Aseng invited me to play badminton at a court near his house. Oh, it's a beautiful park. A beautiful park. Move that over here. At 3 o'clock. This is a problem with a lot of people who write English in Malaysia. This is something called comma splicing, which is you splice ideas together with a comma. When, in English, people don't do that. People use full stops or periods to separate ideas. And the full stops help people understand that, okay, this idea has stopped. I'm talking about something else now. I'm building on this idea with a new point. And so full stops are important. Don't overuse commas. Commas are there for stuff that's in between. I agreed with him. He invited me to play badminton, and I agreed. Right? Can't use so because, there's no causation there. When it was 3 o'clock, I went to the park with Aseng. To play badminton. Period. I have a friend who's Aseng, and I always call him Aseng when I see him. So it's a in joke that my friend will get if he sees this. It was so hot that we sweat a lot. After 5 p.m., we went home together. I saw a red shirt child. I saw a child in a red shirt. You can't really use red shirt before child as an adjective. Red shirt child is not a very common saying. Okay, so I saw a child in a red shirt standing outside Aseng's house. You don't say houses. Okay, you need to use a period, buddy. You need to use a period much more than you think you do. I told him about it. But he saw nothing. And he told me that maybe I was two has two O's, my friend, too tired. Okay, is this a bit too long? Okay, period here. I think he was right. I thought he was right. And so what happened to the kid, right? The next day, he was right. So what happened to the kid? Did you guys did you look back and is that kid still there, or did that kid disappear? Right. So what happened? This is a big plot hole right here. The next day, I went to school and noticed that Aseng was absent. Ooh, mysterious. Our class teacher, capital letters for the names, please. Our class teacher Pon Selvi told us that you need to work on your basic punctuation. I hope that this video really helps you to be aware of this, so you avoid making these mistakes in the future, because these are some very, very basic mistakes. Like, I don't know how else to put it, like kindergarten level mistakes, buddy. You gotta fix your punctuation and your capitals. Those are very, very basic stuff, okay? I hope that this video helps. Told us that Aseng had an accident at around 7 o'clock and was sent to a nearby hospital. So Aseng had an accident at around 7 o'clock, was sent to a nearby hospital, and passed away there. Period. I felt shocked when I heard this news. After school, I went home by myself. Again, I saw that child in a red shirt standing outside of July's house. You put the apostrophe S after the person, not the thing. Okay? Child in a red shirt standing outside of July's house. Period. I was so curious and scared about that child. And that I ran home. Scared off that child. The next day, I went to school and Pon Selvi told us that July had passed away yesterday. This made me link to that red shirt child. This made me link that red shirt child. Okay, since this is the third time you're talking about red shirt child, you might be able to do this. That red shirted child represented. This made me link that red shirt child. Made me think that red shirt child represented bad luck. I told my friends, but they didn't believe me and said that it was nonsense. Oh man, spelling. Microsoft Word has spell check. Nonsense. Day after day, our classmates passed away one by one. Okay? You don't say one by one had passed away. You say our classmates passed away one by one. When I went home, okay, you need to start using full stops. When I went home, I saw that the child was not there. So, no accident would happen to me. But the next day, I saw that red shirt. Let's change it to red shirted child was out inside my house after school. This is an ellipsis. I don't think it's appropriate here. Period would be fine. Okay, I think I know where this is headed. 3 dots, more than enough. I woke up. Period. What? What a bad dream I had. And look at the time. I was late for school. I personally, I don't like stories that end with like, oh, I woke up from a dream. It's such a cliche. But oh well, let's see. Okay, so you've seen this script and my scribblings all over it. What do you think? What do you think is a grade that is appropriate for this script? I'll give you 10 seconds to figure it out. You can pause this video and think about it. Take a look at the rubrics for SPM 1119, Section B, and come up with a grade. Let's see if we agree with each other, shall we? Okay, looking at this essay, just look at the scribblings, like the grammatical issues that are all over this essay, and the basic punctuation mistakes that were made with this script certainly disqualifies this essay for an A, or even a B, or even a C, or even a D. Because if you look at the essay, there are like errors throughout. Even though the story comes out, you have to have some kind of clarity to demonstrate that you have good command of grammar. In this essay, there isn't like a sentence that is without issue. So the highest that this essay can get is an E. Okay, so let's look at the specifications for E, and that will determine if it's a high, mid, or low E. Meaning never in doubt. Yeah, when I was reading this essay, I feel that I understood what this person was trying to put out at me. But single word errors are sufficiently frequent and serious to hamper reading. Yes, there are a lot of single word errors. Like there's some parts where I had to move like words around in the sentence, but mostly it's just like what issue with one word. Some simple structures may be accurate. No. So this is definitely not a high E. But a script at this level is unlikely to sustain accuracy for long. Yes. Vocabulary is limited, either too simple to convey precise meaning or more ambitious but imperfectly understood. Yep, the vocabulary used here is simple. Simple words may be spelled correctly, but frequent mistakes in spelling and punctuation make reading the script difficult. Yes, this script has a lot of mistakes in spelling and punctuation. Paragraphs lack unity and are haphazardly arranged. Yes, the paragraphs could have been better arranged. Like each paragraph should have one idea and then you move on to the next part of your story. The subject matter will show some relevance to the topic, but only a partial treatment is given out. I won't be able to tell whether this essay has relevance to the topic because I don't have the topic. The high incidence of linguistic error is likely to distract the reader from any merits of content that the composition may have. Yes, there are high incidences of errors. So I think that this essay would fall under a mid E or a low E. What do you think? Do you agree with what I said? So that's it. Thank you for watching. If you would like to send me your essay and have it graded too on YouTube, email me at this address. If you like content like this, if you'd like to see me do more of this, please like and subscribe so that I am motivated to make more. Until next time, see ya!